Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'll be right there in one quick second. Always some type of technical difficulty. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show. Baby, let's go. I worked out today. I feel great today. Heart was racing, feeling good, feeling strong. Push-up day is always my favorite day, just grinding, getting it in. You know, I had a friend who started like his own, somewhat of a custom body dynamics. My man Marcus. You found my buddy Marcus on Instagram. He's unbelievable. He really is. Let me see if I can find him. And the whole point of the story is working out. Working out helps your mind stay focused, helps you kind of stay on task, and helps you do what you need to do. So I just love that I found a friend that was big on working out. And, I used to go to his apartment, and he would be like, you worked out, right? And I'd be like, no, today I didn't really get to it. And he was like, pfft. And he would laugh at me. And I'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And he'd be like, dude, he's like, do you not have, time to work out? And I'd always be like, yeah, but I was busy. He's like, so you don't have a half an hour for your heart a day? He's like, I see you on your phone. And he looked at me and he goes, bro, you need to get your priorities straight. He said, you need to start taking care of yourself. And he would make me feel guilty every time I showed up to his apartment until I began working out. This is around when I was 30 years old. I'm now 40. He changed my life. For 10 years straight, I now work out every single day, and I know that it's a part of my trading. Without working out, I don't know how good I would be as a trader. My mind wouldn't be there. I gave this trade last night. It was one that I liked so far. I looked at it here, came up, got tighter. We redrew it, never hit the stop loss, right? And bang, for 30%. Still holding gains in your sleep of 16%. Waking up to money when you wake up in the morning is a nice feeling. I'll tell you that right now. It's great. So we have a song that I used to play here on the channel, Gains in My Sleep. But that's what it is, man. It's gains in my sleep. So, gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep. Yep. Sean's favorite track, right, Sean? Sean loves that song. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to JB, my head of operations. Shout out to everybody here. John, the other editor. Shout out to my whole team. May God bless us as we move through this, competitive space of YouTube. We have to work so hard just to stay afloat. It is not an easy job. It's probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. YouTube, man. God bless everybody here. So we nailed trade, all right? Top gainer. If you look at the top gainers of the day, look at this trade. And then CREDI. Who could have thought about, we hit CREDI. CREDI just went to the target and some. A gain now of 129% gains. I found it at this cup and handle. We traded it there. Came back down. We put it out right there. No stop loss got hit in the making of these trades. My elite was going over this. If you went through my entire crew, you would have seen how many times I posted it, David posted it, and Stack McChange posted it. It's a shame to miss something like this when we went over it over and over again. Top gainer of the day, second behind HIRENGA. It's funny, I had this drawn. I didn't put it out because I thought it was a little too risky for most. But I had this drawn. I was like, could this go up to the next resistance point? You know what I mean? And ended up doing it. It's interesting. But my man, Staffelsgate, right? I hope I'm saying your name right. He was nailing it, and he's been on it too as well. So shout out to my whole team. Shout out to the High Crew. Shout out to everyone that jumps on it today and grinds with us. Thank you for being here. Great job on Sin City Crypto yesterday, man. God bless you. Thank you for coming on in. Scotty Swing in the house. So nice of you to say, man. That's very, very nice. Shout out to Sean. That song was fire. Sean, you were going to start performing that around the world, Sean. I know you love that one. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in and being a part of the live, baby. It means the world to me that you would come and share your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'm going to share my most precious asset with you, and that is my time. Together, our lives are bonded forever, because we share thousands and thousands of hours together at this point, right? You guys have seen me. You've seen the egg day. You've seen all my ups and downs, and you've seen most of it has been up every single day. So I stay positive. I always focus on the positivity because that's where the opportunity comes from. You're always in charge of your opportunity. You're always in charge of your opportunity, right? Mars 4 just tanked on you. Never really got the love when I was looking at it recently. And really, I'll tell you something about today. Markets are closed tomorrow for Easter, Good Friday, Easter Sunday coming up. Good morning, everyone. Let's go. Saludos desde Mexico. Saludos desde Mexico. Tú hablas español para, aprendito español para 5 años en la escuela. Yo sé muchas palabras. Yo no comprendo tú hablando muy rápido, though. Y es gringo, man. Es blanco, bro. Es blanco, es milis. Blanco es mismo milis. Blanco 6, Blanco, the rapper out of Boston. Shout out to Millie's, rapper out of Boston. Bro, BTC, bro. No one beat me, bro. No, bro. No, bro. All we want is your Bitcoin ideas, bro. We don't want anything else. We don't want to know about your working out. We don't want to know about your life. We don't want to know a thing about you. We just want the Bitcoin update, and then we want to leave you high and dry. I'm just... Love your Spanish lifer. Thank you, West Saldivar. I appreciate you, man. I'm attempting to kick it. You know what I mean? Benny Blanco from the Bronx, man. You're the man, Sam, changing lives. I look forward every day to the lives, learning with the lifers. Well, let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody here. 439 people on the live as we're gearing up. 166 likes. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. No eat, no pay. No eat, no pay, baby. No eat, no pay. They won't give us a moment, but we will push every single time, baby. Every single time. Good morning, Sam Lifer. Missed the lives this week, but so glad to be back. Hope everyone is doing great, man. We're here for you every single day, so you can come and go as you please. I'm going to be here, man. Just joined the 99. What an amazing trading group. The sheer amount of valuable content is totally worth it. Appreciate you, Lifer. Look forward to my journey growing as a trader, man. I'm so happy that you're happy with your purchase. Another happy customer, and we're going to continue to give you what you need every single day. We got, you know what someone did for me? They had the Token Metrics Lifetime NFT, and they bought me one, and they've been planning on giving it to me for my birthday. They gave it to me last night. Shout out to Dingo 8 My Satoshi, man. He gave me a $3,000 Lifetime NFT. Dude, shout out to you and yours, man. May God bless you. And you see I got Marv Cam. I brought Marv back, baby. Where is he? He's right there. I brought Marv back, man. Marv is back. Marv is back, baby. Marv is back, baby. Let's look at the liquidity here, and then we're going to jump on in. A little bit of a short squeeze right now. You see there's more liquidity to the upside at 28,100. However, it's likely we go flat today because markets will be closed tomorrow. Today is like a Friday with low liquidity. Just understand that, all right? Marv, baby, Marv. Marv is jamming, baby. Marv is jamming. You don't want to mess with Marv. You really don't. Marv will crush you. Shout out to Jamie for building Marv. Today is Jamie Day. We love you, Jamie. Okay. Marv. Sean Aaron. Looking good, Marv. I know, right? He's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. Such an awesome group, baby. Red tie, red candle, by the blood, baby. Yeah, was I trying to tell you something? Pay the light tax. We got 444 watchers. The 444. The 444. They'll hit you with the 44, baby. Shout out to everybody here. I mean, a 4x4. No. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on in to BTC. I've already given an update to my trading group. If you're in my trading group, you are privy to what the lifer was seeing, and we were breaking it down. What did I talk about? Well, I said it was likely we're going to make some type of right shoulder here. Did I not? Look what happened. Did we make a right shoulder there? We kind of did. Interesting. Hey, we may dump to the downside. I'm not trying to be right every time. I'm just trying to show you the probability. But if you were in my trading group, we were right here this morning. Fake pump up to the upside to the 200 SMA, which I said could also happen, but watch that. We did pump up to that. We came back down, and look, now I see a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder, almost a complex inverted shoulder. Let me show you the complex inverted head and shoulder you may not notice or be privy to. And come to my channel. You're going to learn every single day things that you may not have seen. I'm going to open your mind up. So you got a shoulder here. You got a shoulder there. You got a head there. You kind of have a shoulder there and a shoulder there. To me, it's kind of a complex inverted head and shoulder because you have multiple angles there. Look. Again, I've seen these break out to the upside many a time, but hey, there's no guarantees. It's only a 68% chance. There's 32% glaring us in the face that it may not happen. So, hey, it is what it is. So we put this out there that a right shoulder may be made. I talked about the 15-minute resetting to the downside. The fact that we got the pump was interesting. Bit of a double bottom here. Why else did we talk about it? Well, right here, look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Strong bullish divergence identified. Tells us that's probably going to be our bottom for the day. Usually divergence is where they try to liquidate the most amount of people. And if they tried as hard as they could to get us down and they couldn't get us any lower, the divergence usually tells you that's it. Look at the last divergence we had was right here, right? And I'm just showing you swing down and swing down. And we would get the push to the upside there. So it's interesting, the 15-minute divergence. Now we ended up lower. I get it. We're in a falling wedge. But falling wedges break up 68% of the time, don't they, as we zoom out? Isn't that cool how we were in and then we just kind of zoomed out right there? I thought that was fascinating. My mind did a flip. I was like, whoa, we can see the whole picture, all right? Any bearish scenario, anything that I got to see that could be bearish. I mean, could this be like a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder? I don't know. It's too much to me. It's more in a falling wedge. But yeah, and we could say the falling wedge technically did break the trend. You can see that's the clear trend right there. And we're right now on the other side of the trend line. It's a pretty good sign. Let's flip on over to the 7-minute, which is pointing out a little bit too. And there's the 7-minute bullish divergence. The 1 hour had hidden bullish. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the hidden bullish right here. You had swing down here on the stochastic, on the RSI, and you can zoom into the RSI and verify this yourself. That is definitely a swing down, clean. From one swing to the next swing, clean, right? I'll get rid of these. These are the divergences on the smaller time frame. You see that? And then this is a swing low to a swing. That's an uptrend. What that tells me is the trend should continue to the upside. We should make a high higher than the high inside of the trend. One thing I did see was shoulder, head and a shoulder, but so far being negated by the flat line here. And the 1 hour does want to push to the upside with lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. And I kept saying to everybody, as long as we hold this trend line, we're still valid in the pattern. Pattern is still valid. As a pattern trader, I had a great mentor. And my mentor used to tell me, Sam, as long as it stays in the pattern, you got nothing to worry about. And I used to freak out because as a beginner, you're like, oh my God, you look at this indicator, oh my God, yeah. And then my mentor would be like, Sam, we're pattern traders, baby. As long as we go up, down, up, down, up, down, where do you think we're going to go? You must assume that you'll end up at the top of the pattern. This assumption and using this over and over again can really help you avoid a lot of pitfalls because it takes away all the craziness in your thoughts. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this. No. You're going to trade the bottom of the pattern to the top. It's very simple. The simpler you keep these things, the better off you'll be. The better off you'll be. Funny, I want to address something today. Someone said, hey, it's all Bear City. The 3 days overbought. It's over, right? We're going down the tubes, And you know what? Some would say that. So a little later on in the stream, I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to show you a few things, and I keep showing you these things over and over again. I'll show them every day, over and over again until it gets ingrained in your mind and you really, really see it. All right? Luna 2.0, hot, double bottom. How do gold and silver and other metals correlate to Bitcoin? Eventually, we should be risk on. Basically, eventually people would want to jump into Bitcoin, right? Bro, pump incoming this weekend. We're very tight in the channel here. You see this in the 15-minute. I'm going to readjust this. But look how tight we are in this channel. Bitcoin does not have much more room to go. All right? You can even slap on, like a lot of people saying, I used to trade Bollinger Bands all the time. My old Bollingers. There they are, my bullies. And when the bully bands get really tight on the daily time frame, something's a brewing, right? Something is a brewing. And look, they're about to eat. See that? Every time you get super tight, and specifically in an uptrend, you're going to get a blast to the upside. Bollinger Bands are telling us a move is coming. That's simple. Low stochastics, tight Bollinger Bands. I wouldn't short that if I were you. You do whatever makes you happy. A short squeeze coming here on BOOKMAP. I like what I'm seeing here for BOOKMAP, and this is amazing. BOOKMAP, the program itself, and I like to kind of dip on out for a split second. Look at BOOKMAP. You're getting overbought here into the area on the smaller time frame, but that means we could continue to short, get the short squeezed. BOOKMAP says there's a big order here, and look at this guy sitting at 28,300. All right. I just wanted to zoom out there. Yeah, so this says it's highly likely we could go higher. There's just more liquidity in this zone, and then you got this beautiful, beautiful sell area at 28,300. A lot of times he's attempting to drive the short. So if you're in here and you're shorting the market, I'd be a little careful right now. Again, they like to squeeze the shorts whenever I show up about 10:45, right? Between 10:30 and 11 is usually when we watch a short squeeze on this channel. So just checking my watch here. Looks like we may get that short squeeze. So we're going to keep watching it. But right now, it does suggest that we could go higher. There's just more liquidity. We have 27.5. They may drop us. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. I want to make this really clear. But we come to this channel, Lifer, and you're pretty accurate. But it's only because the technical analysis is accurate. I'm able to see things at the last minute that some people may not be able to see, like this complex inverted, like this ascending triangle. I'm telling you, my whole entire trading system, like everyone has a different trading system. Sometimes your system is just right in the pocket. Like, what if you do the same thing over and over again? Like you like to long the 786 fib on the 15-minute, and you've done it for 10 years straight. Every other day, you just keep drawing and you do it. One day you'll see that, and someone that doesn't see that will be like, we're bearish. But you're going to be like, man, I do this all the time. And that says that that's going to happen like that. So you can see it, but they can't because you're in the system that you're in. This is happening to me right now. I'm, perusing the internet, perusing people, listening to the talk in my trading group alone. And even this morning, and some guys like, we're so bearish. And I'm just going to show you some key insights here. Number one, you're pretty close to the moving averages. They're not far apart enough to get a bit of a dump to the downside. So that's an interesting concept, okay? Very interesting concept. Another thing, this diagonal trend line, which I've gone over over and over again. Who has seen my dad? Who's new on the channel today? I want to see how many new people we have every day because I go over the same things every day to kind of just keep you going. I'll believe you, lifer, even though my feelings are bearish. You can't believe, man. You can't believe. We're not believing anything. We don't believe. We don't feel. We don't. All we're doing is going by the idea is this. If this trend line holds, you don't have to think anything. Just be negative. I mean, be in the middle. Be not bullish. Be not bearish. Just be. Just be. Just be. Let the trade come to you. Who is seeing? Who's new here? Tell me if you're new here and you haven't seen the logarithmic idea here of how substantial this trend line is. How substantial this trend line really is here on the all-time history index. And look, this is my trade on the all-time history index. I put this out. The trade is still valid, has not been stopped out. We're still sitting there. Hey, patience pays the man who possesses it. Patience pays the man who possesses it. So I'm just going over these ideas here. Patience pays the man who possesses it. If you hit Alt-L, you'll slap into logarithmic. If you go into the weekly here and you look at Bitcoin in its all-time history cycle, we slap off the moving averages and we just take a good look at what we're seeing here. And we extend this diagonal trend line. We started here. And you can see how we're being respected by it right there. And we continue to drag this trend line down. You can see, boom, there's a bottom. And boom, there's a bottom. I mean, it's pretty insane. So when you got back above it, it's telling you you're likely going to hold that zone. It's such a substantial trend line. I've been reiterating this over and over again. And look, Bitcoin could be in a rising wedge flag. It's just funny, right? This is logarithmic, so don't get too excited. But it's interesting, right? And if you kind of adjust it on a log scale, I mean, that's as a $700 million Bitcoin, right? Could Bitcoin go to 10 million? We saw an article saying that it could. I believe it will. 2042, because you have to understand, it's going to get exponential towards the end. By 2032, it's going to get pretty insane. The halving's going to cut it. In 1 year, if there's a preemptive feeling to the halving every time anything gets scarce in life, go back to just history. So this is a substantial trend line. What we can do is we can zoom back out of logarithmic, Alt-I. We can get back into brass tacks here on the weekly, right? Hit auto. And we can kind of just show you, get rid of the top trend line. Once you're out of log, it's not going to match. So just understand these concepts, please. And I've been showing this every single day on my channel over and over again. Another way why we were able to call the bottom, I'm going to show you how we called the bottom with the 800-day moving average. Shout out to Dingo. Where is my 800 idea here? Let's see, 800 MA. This is going to blow your mind. A lot of people didn't see this too, something that we were kind of playing with beforehand. So if you go to the daily chart and you use the 800-day moving average, which is this big white line that I put here, so you can see it substantially. Every time the 800-day passed through the 50-day moving average, we would have a bottom period somewhere there or right near it into this area. By the time the 8-day crossed the 200, you were gone from the lower of the low. And then by the time you recrossed them again, I mean, it was over. It was over. That was true right there. It was true right here too. When the 800-day crossed the 50 right there, if that was your exact bottom, by the time you crossed the 200, you were gone, baby, gone. And this is something that we've seen many times in Bitcoin, and it's, big time every 4 years. And it's only been around, what? Now Bitcoin's 14 years old? It's so insane. 2008, 2009. And so we just had, I believe it was Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday or the day that we, So look, the 800 crosses the 50. Again, that was a very low bottom. Fine, we got the black swan. Another one came. So this one was a little off. But the idea is these are going to start coming up again. When the 800 passes that 50 up in somewhere in here, it's going to tell us that the bear market is dumb over. And also, you get above the 200 SMA, we are bullish. And no one understands these concepts. And I teach everyone this all the time. Once you get above the 200 SMA, it starts with the 4-hour time frame. It spreads further on. So look, every single big movement we've ever had for Bitcoin in its life cycle started when we got back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Right there, we were gone. Right there, we were gone. Down here, we were gone. And that also coincided with a golden cross. Just things that you have to pay attention to. You can't not see. If you don't see these things, if you haven't studied Bitcoin for the whole 10-year cycle and really deep, I've spent hours on Bitcoin. I'm telling you, I think I've spent like 5,000 hours on Bitcoin alone since I've gotten into crypto since 2016, right? And so here you are. I mean, you know, and a lot of people think, are we going to dump down to the 200 SMA? There's a chance we hit it and tap away. I get that. But you got to respect the trend line. You got to respect the trend line that we're putting out. And so these are some big concepts. One last concept I'll give you too if you're new. I'll wait till the middle of the show, but there's another thing that I'm going to show you if you're new to the channel. Have 69% of the time for Sammy Cup and Handy and 31% of the time for Lifer. Super Chats, Masked Network, Full Moon 2. How important your watch list for different exchange. How you import a watch list from a different exchange. You go to sandwich.finance. All right, a great place to go. Sandwich.finance, and they have it. I'm trying to get MEXI integrated with them. But right here, and you can just grab Binance, you can grab Bybit, you can grab OKX, KuCoin, Coinbase, and then the download as a file, and then you just go right into KuCoin here. Into TradingView here, and plus here, no. Like I should know, I do it all the time, and then I forget all the... I'm so weird, how can I forget that? No, this is how you share a list. They changed the symbol. No, come on, man. Yeah, right here. What? I do this all the time. I'm drawing a blank. It makes me look weird. Import the list right there. Import the list. And I have a bunch of lists that I made. I have all the AI coins in a beautiful list. All the hotness. All the hotness. Look, AGIX holding the 40-cent region. Tighter than a bone here. Very strange price action, but I'm looking at this 3-day. The 3-day chart, look, falling volume and falling price. We're just losing the sellers. Golden cross of the 3-day chart. Daily looks amazing. Not an amazing, the price action's weird, but it's getting tighter in the channel. I personally own about $8,000 worth of AGIX I want to disclose. Another thing, every single link below my videos is a commission link. Not every single, but most of them are. And I only, double, like if you got BOOKMAP, I get a commission. If you sign up to KuCoin, I get a commission. I get a commission from anything you put down there, but I only use programs that I like and use. I also denounce 3 commas, just to make that really clear. I do not use them. I called out their CEO on Twitter publicly, and I switched over to AllTrade months ago. We do not trust 3 commas. If you're still using 3 commas, shame on you, because I just fool me once, it's my fault. Fool me twice, it's your fault. They clearly did not protect their APIs properly. So if you are still proven to be using that program, I love you to death. I have nothing. I have no ill will towards anybody, but I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give someone trust that ruined my trust again. Once I gave someone my trust and they've taken it from me, I never give them my trust back again for the rest of my life. I'll love them. If they need eggs, if they need food, if I need help, I'll help them. But I will never bring them into my fold again. I will never fully trust that person ever again. It's sad. So, it's just impossible for me to do, right? So, 27,965 for Bitcoin. Let's jump back into the smaller time frames. And I'm going to show you something else later on in the stream. If you want to stick with me, that's very, very intriguing and interesting. That does suppose that we go up to about $40,000, but only time will tell, baby. Only time will tell. This is really good. When Bitcoin pumps up and goes sideways very slow, it's bullish, baby, especially when the stochastics are low. I could be wrong. Watch Bitcoin dump all the way back down to 25.2. I could be wrong. I'm okay with being wrong, okay? If I was afraid of being wrong, I wouldn't be on YouTube doing technical analysis every day. It just wouldn't happen, all right? Shout out to all the beautiful souls in the world. I love you all. I love you all. I love every single buddy here. I even love all my enemies, because I hold no hate. I hold no ill will towards any human being on this earth. I hold no, because the second you hate anything, anyone, any situation, you're getting negative energy and it consumes you. You cannot let the negative energy consume you. You must push forward. You must push forward. All right? You must push forward. I love Jim Rohn. I used to sit on YouTube and listen to this man all the time. I dress like him, right? I aspire to be very similar to this man. He was an amazing person. One of the greatest rags to riches stories is that of Jim Rohn. He spent his entire life giving back to humanity by teaching and lecturing about how to gain success in selling. He attempted to teach people they could be whatever they choose to be. Jim was an only child who grew up on a little farm in southwest Idaho to become what many consider to be America's foremost business philosopher, man. I study this man. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges. Wish for more wisdom. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. I used to be at work every day and I would read this quote And I would beat myself up because I'd be like, Sam, man, when are you going to discipline yourself and start living your dream? I said, when are you going to get out of this chair, out of this cubicle, and go for it, baby? And if I didn't have Jim Rohn, that's tough love right there. A lot of people think that's insulting. Like, don't insult me. Don't put my life down. I needed to be pushed. I needed someone to tell me I was living a mediocre life so I could go to the moon, baby. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's life plan. And guess what? They have planned for you. Not much, baby. Sitting in a cubicle doing their due diligence. Learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. That's gratitude. He's teaching you gratitude. When I lived in a one-bedroom apartment, my daughter slept with us. We didn't even have a place for her. She never had a room. We had gratitude for how high the ceilings were. We had gratitude for the fact that there was a tree outside. We had gratitude that even though we lived in New York City, we could kind of see the sun a little bit. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune! Let's go! Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. All right? Straight up. Straight up. Somebody wants to hear this today. Somebody desires to hear this today. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. I would never be here looking at Bitcoin on the logarithmic view. I would never be here looking at the 8-day GAUSSIAN channel. I would never be here looking at my bullish divergence on the weekly. I would never be here pulling a rabbit out of my hat, calling a bottom for Bitcoin at 32,000, 28,000 area and the Fibonacci levels if I didn't push myself to the limits. All right? Effective communication is 20% what you know and 80% how you feel about what you know. You must either modify your dreams or magnify your skills. Either you're not going to get there or you're going to have to get something that's going to get you there. Man, this man will blow your mind. I hope you got some benefits from that. And we're going to jump back into Bitcoin, but your mentality is everything. You can be like, I want more TA. I want to learn. You're not showing us the charts. I'm teaching you how to change your mind, your subconscious mind. Those quotes right there will change the way you think about yourself. They will change the way crypto, I will become a crypto billionaire. Mark my words. I will either pass away on my way to doing it or I will become a billionaire. Mark my words, everyone here on this channel, I will become a billionaire 10 times over. I will give 90% of that wealth back to the world, and I will spend the rest of my life helping other people achieve greatness. That is it. That is my goal. That is what I'm set to do. That is where I'm going, and I know exactly what my purpose is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know exactly what I want to do with my life. Look at these eyes, baby. Look at these eyes. I'm coming to help you. I'm not going to stop. I don't take a day off every single day. For 800 days, have I proven my discipline? Have I proven that if you stay disciplined, you will become successful? Look at what happened to my little channel. I didn't even have a good green screen. I was all fuzzy. I didn't even have the right camera. I didn't have the right mic. But I kept moving. You can too, man. You can too. Look at BitBoy. He talks about his ups and downs. Look at where he made it. Everybody that tried to get somewhere, or not to try, everyone that pushed themselves to get somewhere got there. What are you going to do today to change your life? What are you going to do today to push yourself to the next limit? What disciplines are you going to install in your life to keep you going? All right? What have you been doing in your trading that's been hurting that you know that you can implement that could help you? I'm telling you right now, stop waiting for tomorrow. Today is the only day you have. And my last thing, if you're feeling any type of anxiety over this conversation, if you're worried, you're scared, that's fake emotions acting real. Fear is a fake emotion acting real. I repeat that 10 or 12 times a day. Anytime it even comes up, I'm like, oh, I identify it. Fake emotion acting real. People say the word worry. There's really no such thing as worrying. Worrying doesn't exist. When you worry, you're basically procrastinating. That's all you're doing. Oh, I'm really worried that she's not going to make the team. If you're worried your kid's not going to make the team, then go out to the field and start practicing with your kid. If you go every single day, she will make the team. Hands down. Okay? You are in control of your reality every single second of the day. The second you're not in control of your reality, you're not. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin. Falling wedge on the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour both suggest we could pump to the upside. As long as the trend line holds, we're pretty nice. It's pretty good to go. The 22 and the daily oversold, the 1 hour and the 4 hour oversold. We're going to watch the 15 minute to see what it could do. It's kind of dwindling around here, but so far the right shoulder was made. And who here was in my trading group and who heard me say we're going to make a right shoulder here on the 15 minute? And look what we did. Look at the 77s there, 27771. Did we not make a right shoulder? Who watched the update this morning And then who sees the right shoulder made, basically, right? I put that out at 7:30, about 3 hours from now, 4 hours to 7:45. Fear is living in the devil's playground. Amen. 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 Today is a big day for us. I fired my boss and moved to Australia because of Sam with the 99. God bless you, Sheffrey Bridges. You give positive vibes. Thank you. You said it. Faux sure. Shout out to the 619 people on the live. A lot of people are taking the day off from work. You can have a little less views on YouTube today. Everyone has to understand that. If you're a YouTuber, you get less views today. Understand it's because of the holidays. American holidays. Americans love watching YouTube. Today's a day where dad has to get his kids in the car, right? A lot of kids are out of school, or it's their last day of school of the week. And so you're not going to get as many hits of you. You're just going to be less liquidity, less people in the market. Markets close tomorrow in the general markets. They're not open on Good Friday. So with all that being said, don't expect amazing moves. Sideways action makes more sense today. But again, Bitcoin is brewing. Bitcoin is brewing. So the probabilities are that we bounce to the upside here to the top of the pattern. Inverted head and shoulder starting, oversold in the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Really nothing I can say. If the smaller time frames begin to break us down, we'll end up somewhere down here first. We'll get a bit of a dump, a red candle, and then I'll go to the 5 or the 7, and we'll find ourselves in a bearish flag, and I'll be able to call the bearish flag for you with the measured move, and we'll know exactly what's going on, or a bearish retest here. So I know what we're going to see, what's likely to happen if we dump, and the probability says that we do not. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I really don't need to go much into it. My trade that I gave on Twitter is still open. I've added to it on that divergence. Remember yesterday on that bullish divergence in the 1 minute time frame that we jumped on into. All right. So let's jump back into the 4. Really not much else to say. All right. I'm going to watch that inverted head and shoulder on the 15, that falling wedge of the 1. And I have this big trend line that I just showed you is logarithmically important to Bitcoin's life cycle. So I don't know much more I could say. I showed you the 8-day channel too. I showed you some other things. And I'll show you a few other things too that will blow your mind towards the end. Boom, that's why I'm a lifer. There you go. Crypto markets, newer, never close, baby. I know, baby. Okay, I love Sam and his inspiration. People, listen to this man. Hey, I showed up every single day for 800 days straight. We started in February. I started this channel in September 19th of 2019. September 9th of 2019. I kept going. I kept going, man. You give positive vibes. Thank you. You said it. I love Sam and his inspiration. Thank you, Timmy. I'm not working for anybody anymore. This is my new income. Ain't nothing. Ain't no turning back. Shout out to Henry Williams. God bless you, brother. Great advice. Here's the one thing about trading. Even if you're a day trader, swing trader, not every month is going to be a positive month as a trader. There's going to be a month in your life where you may struggle to make gains. But then you might have a month in a bull run or a few bull runs or a huge, you might even be in a bear market, a huge dump where you just cake off. You got to just, trading is very similar to feast or famine sometimes. You got to take the money when the market's awesome. All right, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying do should be taken as financial advice, but you got to take the money when the money's awesome. You sound Canadian. I should know. I'm from Boston. We're pretty close to you guys. So yeah, there's a little bit of that going on. We say about, I say some funny things because Boston's pretty close to Canada, baby. We're like New Englanders or Newfoundlanders. We're all the same. Shout out to my Canadian kinfolk. God bless you all. I hope you be relieved from the strains. That horrible man. What's this lifer do after the stream? What do you want to know? I'll shoot you. I'll make a little internet video if you want to see. In the words of Tino, pay yourself. You must pay yourself, man. You gotta. No one ever went broke taking profits. Nobody ever went broke taking profits for Bitcoin, or anything for that matter. So you see the smaller time frames. You see the bigger time frames. I given you the trend line. I show you the weekly all the way down to the 5 and the 7, even the 1 minute, sometimes like yesterday. We cover it all, baby, here on this channel. It does not stop. And I'm not going to stop. So let's keep it moving. Let's get into world markets. Let's see what's happening with the show. I made the show. I call it the show. And the show is this awesome list of just what's happening in the market. We got DEFIPERP. I've been attempting to see that DEFIPERP is bottomed. Now, remember Bitcoin had the weekly bullish divergence? DEFIPERP now finally has a similar bullish divergence here, in a way, right? You're swinging down with the wick, but you're swinging up here on the RSI. I mean, we knew that was a big move for Bitcoin. Could that end up being a big move for the altcoins? So did DeFi finally bottom here on these wicks? And can we start to make a bit of a move back to the upside? What are DeFi plays? Well, the main DeFi plays are Aave, Sushi. This is the batched 100 top DeFi coins in the game. DeFiPerp. Definitely something worth looking at, right? DeFiPerp. Cup and handle that did look at it bumped up, but it didn't get us back above resistance back there. But that was like a year ago or something. So here's the deal. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. So, I mean, that's a good sign that it's dropping a little bit, right? Look at the weekly. It wants to come down hard. It really does. The daily, however, says, no, I'm going to make one more big move to the upside. It's very interesting. Bitcoin gets one more spink up. All right, so I'm watching the daily. I'm watching it closely, and we did breach this, like, you know, I'm on the 800 day. So I'm like, what is that white line? I'm like, it's your 800 day that you don't need right now, buddy. So Bitcoin dominance still in a flag here to the upside. Let's wait. Let's see what the daily can do. There's a chance we shoulder up. And if the daily makes a shoulder, only comes halfway down, starts to use some bearish momentum, we are getting far apart. But a lot of times, one more big move for Bitcoin dominance would push us back. We are at a resistance point. Could we get a little bit of a relief rally this weekend and then Bitcoin comes back up? There's a chance. There's a chance. All right. Bitcoin dominance is interesting. It kind of takes a whole show to break it down. But I could break down Bitcoin dominance. You know, there's, you know, and you want to use Tether dominance too. Bunch of different things you could be doing. But right now I'm watching this daily flag on Bitcoin dominance, just like I'm watching the daily flag on Bitcoin. And I want to wait I'm going to let the daily play out. The weekly is starting to show signs that we're dumping, though, which is interesting. That could be good for all coins. It could be bad, or it could send that the whole market's taking a dump. Bitcoin dominance dumped for two reasons. When Bitcoin loses steam and people run into the altcoins, or when the whole market loses steam and people jump out of their BTC pair altcoins and get stopped out into Bitcoin. And then also people start to sell off everything and just run into Tether. If they run into Tether, you're going to get a drop to the downside. You know what I mean? So you want to look at Tether dominance on the weekly. It's low, suggesting we could get a bump back to the upside. That's a little worrisome, and you're holding this trend line. What we'd like to see is this head and shoulder dump on us. Or not on us, but dump on the Tether holders to the downside. All right? I used to hold a bunch of Tether and slowly got it to the market. I really don't hold any Tether anymore. I employed it all into Bitcoin from 16,000 all the way up to about 23,800. A lot of people, you know, they took the education and they decided it was a pretty good idea, and they're up pretty nicely on the move, right? So shout out to everybody here. Today's a huge day. I will be on Around the Blockchain later on today, all right? Right there in that, you know, that far right bottom corner there, left for you. That's Around the Blockchain. It's its own YouTube channel, Around the Blockchain. It was a show created by BitBoy and the Hit Network. And what it does is it spotlights people from all around the internet that love crypto. They even had that guy, Hot Tub Jesus, who's like a well-known person. They're starting to span out. And I believe that show can get more and more viral as it continues to grow. So 4 years from now, people are going to remember that show and the OGs and the pioneers that pushed that show. And shout out to my opportunity on that show. God bless TJ. God bless Ben. God bless BJ that runs the boards. God bless everybody over there. Taco was such a nice guy. God bless DZ, who's the show guy, you know, the head of the show. I just love being on the show. It's a really good time. I'll be there later today at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, EDT. And then on top of that, at 6:30, we have a weekly screen share, a private weekly screen share, where me and the lifers hang out. I share life lessons, things that have happened to me, fun stories, and we also go over my Token Metrics account, which I have an NFT for lifetime access. It's just a really good time. It's absolutely beautiful. We go over so many different coins, and we have a blast. And I give you my strategy. I'm going to show you some things that I'm accumulating. I'm going to show you some portfolios and break it down. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to advise you on what to do with your money. I will never do that. And if everyone ever says we're starting a fund and send money to a fund, that is a scammer that's completely doing something out of line. I would never do that. I love my life. I believe in God. I believe in karma. And I do the best by everybody around me. I have no enemies, and I choose not to have any. I want to spread light, love, and positivity every single day of my life. I hold no ill will towards anybody in this world, no matter who you are, because I can't hold that negative energy. Because right now, you're a vessel. Just like a vessel of water or, you know, a basket. If you put too many carrots in, then you can't fit the apples, you know, and I'm just talking about this and that. So if I look at myself like a vessel and you look at yourself like a vessel, and you can only hold so much energy and vibrational energy, the second you bring in negative energy, you can't hold positive energy, or you can have 50-50. Wouldn't you rather be 100 whole? So I'm all about being 100 whole on my energy. You can't hold negative energy. You just can't. It just doesn't work. So look, BOOKMAP is building more liquidity to the upside. Suggest we just go to 28,100. Kind of just the up and down chop here. But it is suggesting some shorts are about to get squeezed. It is 10:53. It's kind of right on around. I remember looking at my watch at 10:49 multiple times and watching a short squeeze. It seems like they like to squeeze the shorts right around the quarter of 11 to the 11:10 mark. I don't know why, but it's just something that I've seen before on BookMap, and we've seen it as a group, right? And remember, link to the description of BookMap. I do get a beautiful commission. I love BookMap. They're great people. I just like associating with really, really good companies that really have a good name. Unlike 3 Commas, and I don't want to put 3 Commas down, but they, I felt like they lied, and they didn't do a good job protecting us, so I was out. Day in the life vlog would be awesome. I'm going to start a new channel, Sam Price, and that's where you're going to start seeing all the things that I do behind the scenes. Who wants to see my own channel? And that way people can, it won't be just the charts. It'll basically where I'm going, what I'm doing, my thoughts. It'll be more like a Jim Rohn channel, a motivational channel. I'll talk about like my long-term ideas and theses, and we'll kind of break off from just the daily charting all the time, because I know people come here for the charts. That's all they want. Sometimes I even do an interview and they're like, no, we want the charts, baby. That's all we want. I like this track a lot. I love music. Music just flows through my life. If I could dance, I would just dance all day. That's why I got the stand-up desk, baby. Woo! I just love music, man. I love my life. I hope you love your life too, baby. Catch me at Consensus. Going to Consensus too. God bless the people that hook me up. You're the man, dude. You know who you are. I love you, brother. Hey, anyone that hooks me up, I'll go to war with you. I'm telling you right now, I am a loyal man. You hook me up. You help me get places. I will never forget you for the rest of my life. I'll do anything I can to help you if you help me get somewhere in life. I will go out of my way to put you in position if you go out of your way to put me in position. I'm telling you right now. So you know who you are. People that are really helping me move behind the scenes, because there's a lot of behind the scenes in this game. You got to know. You got to know who's who. I'm telling you right now, and may God bless everybody out there that's hooking the lifer up. You know who you are. I see you, baby. I see you. Shout out to Crypto Love, man, who really got the ball rolling. So we're taking a look at the weekly here on the dollar index. And I'll get rid of my fractal for a second here, but the fractal is just this and saying we can go lower. But I'm watching the weekly in a bit of a bear flag here. And look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of pain. And we're seeing more and more articles of people dropping the dollar, the 10-year yield. Like, you don't want to buy government bonds. People thought that was a good place to go. I always thought it was a joke. Like, jumping into government bonds. Oh, I buy treasury yields. I'm like, I think that's the most ignorant thing you could be doing ever. Like, I accumulate Bitcoin, man. I got my eye on the prize. I'm Michael Saylor out. I see exactly where I'm going, and I don't need to play games with my money. I'm continuing getting into BTC, man. I bought $6,000 worth of Bitcoin last night. I showed my trading group. I show my trading group almost every single buy I make. So if you want to see what I'm doing, if you want to know where my head is at, join the trading group. Get yourself situated today. It's only $99 a month, $2.70 a day for me to work my butt off for you every single day. I will work my butt off. I was in my trading group till 1 a.m. last night. I was back at 7. We don't stop. And we teach you DeFi. I was going over the DeFi. I was going over so many things, baby. I'm telling you right now, God bless you all for being here. The gains are amazing. 108% gains, 30% on trade, still holding. Trios for gains from the elite, banging on them. 6 days to make 47%. Ergo, 26%. The breakout call for Bitcoin yesterday, just a little one, but at least it was a quick little breakout call for those Lev traders. Unbound out the cup and handle, right? Velo made a move of 19%. We're going to look at Velo in a little while. Lido Dow continuing to move out that cup and handle, up 41% gains. And then who could have thought that RP Rocket Pool move, 25% to the upside out of the inverted cup and handle. And then Dogechain. I mean, the Dogechain call, April 1st. And then next thing you know, I didn't know he was going to do the Shiba Inu dog, but I put out Dogechain in the cup and handle. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. This cup and handle told us that something was brewing with Doge and Dogechain. And look what happened. Something was brewing. We got an amazing move. And that was a 95% gains for Dogechain. Unbelievable. So we put you in the coins before people realize, based on technical analysis, right? I don't have a deal with anybody. I don't care. I don't take money from any project, and I refuse. All my income comes from my commission links, from my teaching, my tutoring, my trading group, products that I create and that I'm associated with that I love. I won't take handouts from any other random, hey, we have a thing. You want? No, I'm not doing that. Not happening. We do not show projects here. You won't see us shilling projects. I'll deep dive my own projects. I will not shill a project on you. I do not get paid to tell you something. I will not do that. Promise on my heart and soul I won't do that. Promise on my wife and kids. Promise on my life. I would never do that. God has taken care of me too much. I do not need to do anything like that. And even sometimes it's benign. It's a good project, but I'm not about it. I'm not about pushing anybody else's nonsense because I'm not the dev. I didn't create it. So as much as I trust them, I'm gonna have to go on a whim at one point. And if anything ever happened, it's on me. And I don't want to ruin my reputation. My reputation is worth far more than a buck. All right. They offered me $2-3 grand a video, and the videos take me 10 to 15 minutes to make if I did them, and then my team would edit them. I'd make literally $2 grand, $3 grand and a half an hour. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. The money is just not worth it to me. Because if you keep your name fresh, you'll be able to sell your name for billions. I'm telling you right now, don't ever sell your name for less. Don't ever sell your name for less. So look, the whole entire AI coin industry, I'm looking at it on the 3-day chart, and every single one on the 3-day is looking like we could get a pump up to the 200 SMA here on the 3-day chart. Cup and handles everywhere. Cup and handles for VAI, cup and handles for Parsec, cup and handles for Orachain. It doesn't matter. They're all in the exact similar idea here. Cup and handles for VAI, right? So I've been showing these. This is it. The cup and handles on the 3-day chart for the AI, entire AI space. And there's hidden bullish divergence forming too. You're in Fibonacci levels of 706 and golden pockets. My whole trading group, you've been given these already, everyone. I've given all of these. I would scan all my setups for the last few days. We've gone through all of these. Mass Network, Lifer, how much XRP do you hold? 10,000 coins. Not too much. I used to hold about 30,000, but I downsided. You know. The best 99 I could think of spending. God bless you for saying that. Thank you so much. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and spending your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. 377 likes on the live. Look at that. On the 77, baby. That's respect. Thank you for the 377 beautiful souls that hit that like button. You people are amazing. One thing I want to show you, look, Paris just in. 10 trillion asset manager BlackRock Paris headquarters taken over by the protesters. Dude, they took over BlackRock, dude. Paris is out of control. Israel is out of control. This is big news right here. BlackRock's Paris headquarters infiltrated by protesters. French protesters briefly infiltrated BlackRock's Paris headquarters. A few dozen trade unionists invaded the U.S.-based investment firm's offices, raising their voices against President Emmanuel Macron's pension changes. The French government plans to increase the retirement age from 62 to 64. The rioters were chanting slogans and lighting fireworks inside the premises. I mean, what if you were about to retire and then now you have to work for 2 more years to get your money? It also does a lot because then you're going to get your money 2 years from now when it's worth even less. So they're getting hit double hard, man. They're getting hit double hard. We got Quant trending, ADA trending, we got XRP trending, and a scam trending. I don't know what that is all about. Ripple, baby, Ripple. Ripple getting love, baby. Ripple getting love. Zoom Pro users are ready to access the unhosted exchange. All right, that's not Ripple, though. And there's Jenna XRP, Jenna Crypto. Shout out to Jenna. She's always doing her thing. Had a great time whenever I'm on the show with Jenna. Good times. Sin City Crypto, ATB, right? And look, stockpiling gold. I am buying, right? Countries with the largest gold reserves worldwide as of June. The United States, dude. We got more gold than the whole world. So we should be fine, technically, but... right? Do we really have the gold, though? They say it's at Fort Knox. I mean, I don't know. America has more gold than all of the BRICS countries combined. If BRICS comes out with gold-backed currency, the U.S. should dump their reserves and buy Bitcoin. This would devalue BRICS currency while driving up USD. USD will become correlated with Bitcoin's price. Dude. Crypto T on point, man. Wow. Wow. That's some key insight right there that could really, that's something that's very interesting. And what do they say it is a scam here on Twitter? The Forbes 30 under 30 collectively raised $5.3 in funding. The Forbes 30 have also been arrested for frauds and scams worth over $18 billion. Ooh. Charlie Vatch, the founder accused of fraud by JP Morgan, is arrested as DOJ files criminal charges. Total fundraising by under 30s. So you don't want to become one of Forbes' 30 under 30. Seems like you'd be kind of in a, you know. And that's scary. He said there's going to be another one coming at you, right? They tell you what they're going to do before they do it. He took care of those Bud Light cans. That was pretty, interesting. And there's Crypto Casey, really cool girl. Does her thing for crypto. God bless her and what she does. Always trying to keep the space safe and complete. Crypto Casey, man. Hi, Crypto Casey. Okay, so I've showed you kind of what I'm into. I showed you what's happening. Bitcoin at the moment at my liquor store says buy BT cheap. Is that a buy signal? I'll tell you what's a signal is you shouldn't be going to the liquor store. How's that? Anyway, you do whatever makes you happy. I'll never tell anyone. I don't like someone telling me what to do, so I wouldn't tell you what to do. But I can tell you that liquor isn't good for the body and that it's like putting sugar in a gas tank. And your body much rather wants water than liquor. And you'll probably perform better throughout the day on water than liquor for sure. You know what I mean? So look, of the top 4 coins, we have Trade and CREDI. And there we go, baby. There we go. POLX continuing to do some damage too. Let's take a look at POLX. Get off that 3-day chat. I see POLX retesting the previous high there. See that? And look, there it pumps. Funny. Retesting the previous, resistance becomes support. And there it goes. Gone, baby, gone. This thing has been hot. Polyastic, right? Its next move is here, and it could take you all the way up here to about 0.0033. Yeah, almost 325. Sam, you are the Bitcoin price, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. And look, there is the short squeeze. We told you it was going to come. We told you a short squeeze was coming at about 11 o'clock in the morning, didn't we? It's right on time. That's insane. I perform and watch. I perform during a short squeeze and watch between 10:45 and 11:05 almost every single day. It's clockwork, baby. It's clockwork. It is clockwork. It is clockwork. How many people have seen me call the short squeeze on the live stream at about 10:45? It's 11:05 right now. I mean, I'm getting deja vu because we do this, and it happens like 90% of my stream. This is when the short squeeze happens. So like, I would write this down. I'd be like, do not short between 11:30 and 12:15 because the odds are just bad that you're going to get rocked. Like, this is insane. I just want to make sure the newbies aren't like, dude, people come here for great information, newbies. This channel is so different than any other YouTube channel you've ever seen. You can't even fully understand what you're watching until you watch it a few times. I'm serious. This is not your same YouTube channel. It really isn't. And look at that. Squeeze, baby, squeeze. With low liquidity on when they shut the markets down tomorrow, just not a good day to be squeezing yourself up there. You know what I mean? Just not a good day to be getting squeezed. And look, now you're getting a move here for Polyastic to the upside too. That thing could get all the way up there. How many more gains would that be for Poly? And I'll show you something else that I've back-tested in my life that I haven't really, just a new idea here. But you got, this is called like a slanted cup and handle. See, it's got a cup with a handle. I've seen these play out. It's an ascending cup and handle because this is higher than that one. That's what I call it. Wow, massive short squeeze. Look at that. Well, not massive, but getting bigger, 43,000. And these aren't people that are getting stopped out, everybody. These are people that are getting absolutely liquidated. They're losing it all. They're losing their entire portfolio or whatever they had. Like that 43,000 is gone. It's been liquidated. Vamos, right? They know you're alive, so the squeeze can happen. Someone loves me, baby. Maybe there's a whale out there that just likes the squeeze. We learned about the 800 MA, how to identify divergences, what a complex inverted head and shoulder is, and what a short squeeze is, all in one episode. Can I take the day off, everybody? Can I take the day off? Can the lifers, when can I take a day off? I asked the lifers, I'll never take a day off from the stream, but can I ever take a day off? Will BNB finally break today? You never know, friend. You never know. Only the charts can combine the mind of time and align to find what we're designed. One day off a week, baby. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm afraid to take time off. Never. I know, right? Let's take a look at Mask Network here before we jump into something else pretty fun. And I'm not done yet with showing you another insane indicator that suggests that we have hit a bit of a bottom here. Okay? I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you how to teach yourself. That's the goal here. Dude, and I have a great dry cleaning service. They pick your dry cleaning up for $2.50 extra. They pick your dry cleaning up. They pick it up from your house and they drop it back off every Thursdays and Monday. As long as you, and they text you late at night on a Wednesday night, and all you have to do is press yes. And if you press yes, they come pick up your dry cleaning. It's insane. It's called Lapels. It's absolutely beautiful. I have so many great things to say about it. My last dry cleaner, I got to tell you a story. I'm going to be nice and not tell you his location, but he smoked cigarettes in the back of his store. So he would get all your dry cleaning, your 5 or 10, 15 shirts as a man or a woman, your blouse or your nice stuff. And then he would, the smoke would seep in. If you left your clothes there for 4 or 5 days after they came back from, where he sent them out, your clothes smelled like smoke. I read a review and the guy said your clothes are going to smell like smoke. And I just didn't believe it. After 6 months of going there, I decided I couldn't take it anymore, smelling like an old man who smoked cigarettes. How do you smoke when you run the dry cleaning store? This is a true story. You guys think I'm making this up. I know people think I'm making this up because it's like, it would be like making the floor slippery when someone walks into your bakery and like no one can get in. Like, why would you smoke out the clothes that you clean for other people? I never said anything to him. Normally I would say, hey man, what are you doing? But I don't want any bad blood, So I'm not going to mention the business. I'm just going to move on to another business and mention a better business. But my goodness, out of control. It happens because it's the London close. We don't even need to know what the London... See, everyone wants to know all the London stuff. We just know what the charts tell us. The charts tell us what's going to happen on the London. Isn't that interesting? All right, let's get back into mask tax. Get it? Brass tax, mass tax. Anyway, let's take a look. I had it in this ascending triangle, right? Thinking that it broke up, could come back down. And we initially had it here. This was our initial trade for mass, just to make it clear. We nailed that for gains. It came up. This was the initial trade right here, right? We nailed it, okay? And now you can, let's kind of break down now what's happening for mask. Go to the daily, and you're getting oversold in the daily. It's a really good thing. Moving average is getting a little far apart, but it's not too bad. Got a kind of a trend line here. Wondering if we just kind of, do we go into some longer consolidation? Not saying we do. I'm just looking at it. I'm just brain. People come to my channel because they just like my different brain. It's very different. I watch a lot of TA, and honestly, we're all different. We're all unique. We're all unique. But I'm a little wacky. I know I am. Everyone that's ever met me has been like, something different about that man. He ain't the same. You know what I mean? Anyone that's ever met me and been like, there's something different about that guy. He's just not a stick in the mud. He's just a little different. And honestly, it's the energy, baby. Since I was a little kid, I have had this just undying energy. I really have always just had this energy just to like go all the way, baby. And I always wondered, why don't you want to go all the way? Why doesn't anybody want it? Why don't we all want to go all the way? Shouldn't we all want to go all the way? So could we make a bigger idea? There's a chance. There's also a chance we never go into something that big at all, but I'm just showing you there's a trend line there. That's all. That's why I'm carrying over this trajectory. That's where I get that from. We don't have to believe that, right? I'm just building a story here. And so what we want to see is Bitcoin bounce back up in the tight channel here. And then that's going to see the trade happens way before the trade, everybody. Like now, if mass comes back down here maybe in a week, 2 weeks even, and it could even just bounce back. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm building a story here. All right. At the end of the day, pattern trading 101, mask from the bottom of the top. What I love about pattern trading is it bridges, it caps expectation. Meaning, whenever you get into a trade without the pattern, say you didn't have the pattern here, right? And you just got in, you'd be like, well, we could go anywhere. But what I love about pattern trading, it's more like, I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get in, I'm out. I don't care if it keeps going up. I'm pattern trading it. I just want to get out. If I can get to the top of the pattern, I'll be blessed. You know what I mean? So I want to buy here and get out at the top of the pattern, and I want to be blessed for it. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what I love about pattern trading. So it looks like there's a nice pattern trade here for mask. It's at the previous resistance, becoming new support. Very similar to what we just saw with polyastic, right? Look, I'll put polyastic and we'll go back and forth together. My thumb's a little sore. I was doing a heavy workout this morning, just grinding it out. It was insane. But I mean, while you whatever. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not supposed to talk about my my fasting. But you're not allowed to drink water. You can gargle it. As I spit all over the floor. What a mess. What a mess over here. How many times are you going to do that, Johnny, huh? Hey, I told you 7 times, Johnny. Every time you come in here, huh? This is the way the Sicilians are, huh? Your father was Sicilian, your grandfather. Let me tell you something. Wow, a massive short. The shorts are just getting absolutely rocked every single time here on the channel at this exact time. Somewhere between about 10:30, 10:45, and 11:15, we catch us a short squeeze. We catch us a short squeeze, baby. We catch us a short squeeze. We really do. So here's the deal. Look at polyastic back here, just something, not to... What I'm trying to show you is the previous resistance became the new support for the wick to the upside. Mass, same thing. Previous resistance became the new support for the falling wedge to the upside. So you're looking, support. All you can do is identify support and resistance and trade it. Trading is not as difficult as people think. It's like simplify it and only do what you're allowed to do. Like you're only allowed to long support. You can't long up here. That's resistance. You know what I mean? So mask is on support. Daily looks beautiful. Bitcoin goes sideways this weekend and doesn't, show much of a move. There's a chance we get a blast to the upside. London close, baby. London close. I love the workout routine. Watching your daughter chilling in the background is awesome. Chilling with the fam and doing the workout every single day, baby. I get to spend every day with my wife and kid. The whole day. I work. They're with me, but they're with me while I work. I hear them upstairs. I don't have to go to a job and I don't get taken away from my family. I always made my family number one. But yeah, I do this crazy level 6 workout. It's pretty intense. And it'll bulk you up too. Like since I started doing it, my chest and, you're doing the running man. You're doing these lunges. This will make your thighs huge. You have a nice butt too, I have to say. I'm just saying your butt will be tighter than a tight. Look at that. Look at those shoulder muscles. Just discipline every single day. You are the intensity you keep. Just going for it. Just going for it every single day. Unbelievable.
You are the intensity that you keep.
You are the intensity that you keep. Amen. And I'm telling you, working out is giving you the level to the next level. Jack, baby, Jack. I love you, man. I could be bigger. I'm lean, though. I am lean, and I'm all muscle. I'm lean, and I'm all muscle, man. It's funny. You guys want to hear a funny story? I'm at the dentist yesterday, right? On Tuesday. And the dentist's grandfather grew up with my grandfather's brother. So our families are connected through generation, right? And he's doing my teeth, and he's like, man, you're so fascinating. I love talking to you. He's like, I was telling him about the Bitcoin and life and where we're going and what's happening. And he's like, wow, I'm so proud of you, man. I had this shirt on. And he's like, dude, are you that big? Or does that shirt make you big? I had that flower shirt on. And I'm like, dude, this flower shirt makes me huge. I was like, it drapes over my shoulders, and I just look, and he's like, let me hold your muscles. And he's like my grandpa in a way. He's like my uncle, man. And he goes, oh my God. He's like, that's rock solid. Like, I've felt something like that. And he told there was his girl assistant. She's like, feel his arm. That's insane. And she's like, I feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to disrespect his wife and grab his arm like that, and he was like, what do you mean? Just grab his arm. Like, I'm just saying, you got to feel this guy's biceps and his right. It's like, and I felt awkward. And I'm like, do I keep flexing? Like, is she going to grab my arm or should I just and I was like, no, I get it. Like, you don't got to grab my arm. And he was like, and he went to her and he was like, I'm not doing it. It's not anything, It was so funny, man. It was the funniest thing ever. Dread mining. This is cringe. I'm out. What a weirdo, man. You're cringe, bro. Fruitcake. This is cringe. I'm out. Bye, Felicia. Thank God we got another weirdo out of the game. You can never take a day off. Dude, you talk about yourself way too much. God bless you, man. Thank you. I don't eat after elevator PM and don't eat until noon most days. Best off, I'll show you. New name, the Flexor. Pencil neck alert. I know, right? We got a pencil neck in the game. I love you all, man. God bless everybody here on the live. I personally like to watch, I would go after mentors on YouTube, right? And I would watch people on YouTube. And honestly, the market's slow right now. There's not a lot going on. So I'm having some fun stories. I'll tell you more. You want to hear more fun stories? I used to hang out with Stephon Marbury, right? Back in the day, like 5 or 10 years ago. I'm hanging out with him all night, and I wanted to get his phone number, but I couldn't get it from him because I was afraid to ask him. So eventually the night ends, and he goes back up to his hotel room, and I go to find my car. But the New York City police moved my car because they were doing some like big event, and my car was parked there. But it rained that night, and it took away the temporary signs to tell you not to park there. So they felt that they couldn't give you a ticket, but they still needed to do the event. So they picked people's cars up somehow, and they relocated them. This is a true story. Never happened to me again. My car was relocated in New York City. True story. I get to my car, I can't get in. I'm like, what's going on? Where's my car? All right. I can't find the car. And next thing you know, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I find a police officer in Times Square. And at the same time, I have this big luggage bag that I'm dragging around all over the city. And I say to her, I said, do you know where my car is? This is the license plate. And she's like, let me look it up. I'm like, I swear it was there. Like, I know I'm not losing my mind. Like, that's where I parked. And she's like, yeah, we relocated it. And they relocated it from like 43rd and like 6th Avenue to like 49th and like 8th Avenue, which like the avenues are long. So, and this is like 5 in the morning now. I've been up all night. Stephon Marbury just like, at that point of his life, he was out all night long. It was crazy. He was driving around a Burberry Rolls Royce. I was in the back with him all the time. It was insane. It's insane. You can see the pictures on my Facebook if you want to look at it. It's nuts. So I always remember this time of my life. And so then I go to my car, and what's behind my car is him in the Rolls Royce. True story. Like maybe 2 cars behind it, there's the Rolls Royce. And I'm like, how is this possible? I saw him go into his hotel room, give the keys to the vendor guy, to the valet. And I'm like, that's like, what's going on? And he sees me with my bag and stuff, and we had hung out all day, and he goes, what are you doing out here? And I saw a guy in his car. What he does is someone had messaged him and said, I want to start a baby clothing company. And he was all about helping people. He really was. So if you had an idea, he would meet with you. But he didn't have a lot of time, so he'd just meet you with you in his car. You could sit in his car. So he was having a baby clothes meeting. He was with this guy looking at baby clothes, because I was like, what is going on? I figured it out later on. And when that guy got out of the car, he's like, come on in, man. And he gave me his phone number. And I still have his phone number in my phone. And it's just a crazy story how don't get upset when things happen to you that, like I thought my car was relocated. I thought I was going to lug this footage all around. I was like pissed. I was tired. I was upset. I really was just like not in a good mood at all. And I always remember this. Whenever things don't go my way, I remind myself, dude, it could be one of those Stephon Marbury moments in your life where you think it's the crap, but you're actually getting led to greatness. You know what I mean? So I don't mind talking about myself because I got stories, man. And I believe you can learn from them. I went on YouTube to find a mentor every day, and I wanted to hear these stories. I wanted to know. You know what I mean? I wanted to know. I just thought it was awkward in the dentist office when he was like, grab his arm. I was like, and I'm not that big. Jason Casper's twice as big as me. That guy's huge. I'm not big. I'm not trying to blow myself up, everybody. I'm just trying to tell you a story. If you want to hate on me for that, fine. Do whatever you want. If you want to cringe, you know what I mean? Appreciate your company life, brother. Boring price action, at least. Some stories to listen to. I worked for Bola's 93 2000 Hogan's and Macho King and Brutus in Tampa Bay. I love the stories. Thank you, brother. People complaining how Lifer ruins his stream. Y'all need to get out of here. It's his platform. So funny. I'm going wherever my personality takes me. You know what I mean? I'm going wherever my personality takes me. So it is what it is. Let's take a look at GRT and get back into brass tacks here. I like this coin right now, and I like what I'm seeing on the inverted head and shoulder. Hey, if this doesn't play out, all I did was play the probabilities properly. There was nothing else I could have done but entered here with a stop loss down here. Trading is not that difficult. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken, but it's really not that difficult. Find a pattern, find a strategy, and play it over and over again. Use proper risk management, and you'll be here years from now. Don't overthink this stuff. Like today, it all looks so clear to me. Today, it all looks so clear to me. Cars get relocated all the time, but that was far, though. Tow truck life. So crazy, man. Oh, so you know all about that. Jason Casper is a hunk for sure. Magic Mike for real. You guys are funny, man. I'm not tooting my own horn, but Tony Roses. It's all about God, family, and friends. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. Man. Crypto, I see a complex eye inverted head and shoulder with a bull pennant. That's broken out. Another forming. Can you check ApeCoin? Weekly screen share is going to be explosive. As always, 99, baby. We have a weekly screen share today. All right? It's going to be awesome. Shout out to the 679 people on the live. 454 likes. May God bless each and every one of you for being here GRT looks absolutely amazing. It gets above this point of control. It's gone, baby, gone, in my humble opinion. 95% gains possibly coming, up a little more there. 84% as we shave that. I really like what I'm seeing. The daily still is momentum. Is the 22-hour cook, though? A little bit. Might have to go sideways, but still. Inverted head and shoulder, point of control, tight moving averages, lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. And this is the leader of the AI coins. It's like the biggest volume AI coin, and it's the biggest market cap AI coin in the game. And how are you going to learn who I am if I don't tell you about myself? How are you going to learn who I am if I don't tell you some stories about myself? If I don't talk about myself, how the heck are you going to learn who I am? I'm just saying. I listen to Grant Cardone. He talks about himself all the time. Talks about when he was young, talks about a lot of things. I listen to that. I went to Jim Rohn. He told me about his life. I had to learn. You know what I mean? Ed Millett. I learned about his life. He told me about his accomplishments, his up and downs. I go to mentors because I want to hear about their life story. That's me. I don't know about you, but that's what I do. I go to YouTube because I want to hear beautiful life stories. I want to hear about somebody's life. I wish more people would talk about themselves. I really do. So we can, not in a way like, look at me, look at all the money I have, stuff like that. That's garbage. What substance do you have? What spirituality are you given? What can you teach people from your life experiences? You know, what can you lend? I was a struggling young kid. You want to hear about how depressed I was in my 20s? How I used to bang my head against the wall, literally bang my head against the wall until I hurt myself. Like, I used to headbutt. I was a mess. You want to hear about how sad and depressed I was for years? You want to hear about my night shift? You want to hear about how I had low self-esteem and I didn't believe in myself? Is that going to make you feel better if I break myself down? You know, you want to hear about my two best friends dying when I was like about 11 and 12 years old? And then how my grandma, my grandpa, my aunt, and my uncle died. So 6 people, and my girlfriend left me when I was 16. And I literally went into like one of the deepest depressions of my life when I was a young kid. I was obsessed with death until I was 24. Like, what else do you want to know? You know what I mean? Because I can tell you the bad stuff too, baby. It's not all great. You know what I mean? Am I pompous for showing you my downs too? You know? So I've been to the depths of hell in my own mind where I felt like I was never going to get out. So I feel like giving people positive stories, we're able to kind of push forward to the next level. That's what it's all about for me. Yeah, RIP to all the people that are not with us, man. God bless you for saying that. I wouldn't want to listen to someone that I don't respect. I know the man. I've met the man. I respect the man. I respect you too, Stack. God bless you, brother. I like pastors. I like comedians. I like broadcasters. I love the boiler room stories. Amen, baby. Amen. Keep being you. Where's the workout video? You're funny, man. Live your truth, lifer. Hate is gonna hate. Hate is gonna hate. Ball is gonna ball. I don't even need anything at all. I want to beep on you. Remember that? I want to beep on you. That was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. And he's got the big jars. And it says, Dave is out of his mind. And look at the short squeeze banging on him to the upside. I told you, baby. Another 33,000 short liquidations here. 5 accounts getting absolutely split open, getting rocked. Now 40,000, we can bring it back in, give us 41K. And the short squeeze continues to rip to the upside here. It is what it is. The short squeeze continues to rip. Okay. Okay. When you lived in darkness, you learned to truly appreciate sunshine. I love your energy, man. Thank you for saying that. You guys are so silly, man. Divvy for the win. Dave is legendary. Long-term Cardano thoughts. I'm holding Cardano long-term. I mean, GRT looks absolutely... That's an inverted head and shoulder. There's not much more I can say about GRT. BOSON. Used to trade BOSON up and down. It's been hot. A lot of these coins just bottomed out. So you got to just believe in them. And honestly, this is called accumulation. All right? And this is the accumulation phase. You sit in these long-term bulls and go sideways. Eventually, there's a move to the upside here. This is the accumulation phase. All right? That's what I see happening. All right? AI, every single AI coin is in a cup and handle. Retesting a 786, 6.1, or a golden pocket. Every single one of them. No, we really do. Someone just said, have you ever thought about doing your streams in different languages? Mr. Beast is obviously the king of social media. And when he did that, he went off the charts. You have by far the most enthusiasm and excitement on YouTube and certainly would resonate across the world. I know you have fans across the world already. Maybe you already do this. Not sure. Was a thought. No, I would like to be syndicated in multiple languages. It would be awesome. Look at this, man. More liquidity to the upside. We showed you this too. I suggested there was more liquidity to the upside and we would make a bit of a move here. Let's get back into Bitcoin and see what's happening for Bitcoin. My birthday's also coming up. You know what I mean? So I feel free, baby. I love my birthday. I always get excited. Look, I talked about this inverted head and shoulder breaking to the upside. Did I not? We called it, baby. We called it for you. To the upside. That would have been a beautiful call. Inverted head and shoulder. Measured move. And then I showed you the short squeeze. I mean, we do this all the time on the channel. While I told you a story, I also accurately slapped up Bitcoin there for you. I showed you this right shoulder before it happened this morning. I'm not even lying about it. It is what it is. Shout out to the 700 beautiful souls on the live. 470 likes. I see no haters. I see no negativity. I just can't see it. I'm too positive to see negativity. Watching from South Africa, big up, man. The 7 SMA crossing the 200 SMA on the weekly is a bigger thing. On the weekly, as bigger thing as I think. The 7 SMA crossing the 200 SMA on the weekly. Interesting. Let's look at that. I'm always open-minded to cool little intricate things like that, man. Thank you so much for saying that. So the 7, so you add a 7-day moving average, a 7 SMA. So let me add an SMA. Let me show you guys how to add an SMA. Just write MA. Slap it up there. It's always going to be the 9, I believe. Yeah, they resonate as the 9 for whatever, or they default to the 9. So there's the 7. And we'll make it a color that I can really notice because there's colors everywhere with it. What color should it be? Like hot pink and make it like real thick. There it is. Wow, so the 7's about to cross the 200 SMA. When did the last time the 7 crossed the 200 SMA? Probably can't get it because it's such a small... Oh, no, there it is right there. But the 200's not there. Oh, actually, let's go to the all-time history index. You're an interesting person who's bringing this up. I like your style. This is cool. I love this type of stuff. So look, it usually doesn't get below it. It usually just bounces off of it. It's rare that it actually touches it or crosses it. But yes, a smaller moving average crossing a bigger one is always a bullish sign. And this is interesting. You're calling this 7 crossing the 200 SMA. Hey, I'm also showing you this idea that a lot of people don't discuss is the shoulder, the head and the shoulder. The measured move here to the upside would break us all the way to this next area, right? So it's just really very interesting. That's cool, man. I like what you're saying here. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Hey, that's why we're here. We bounce ideas off each other. I am not the end all. The lifers really make my life, man. Without each and every one of the lifers here, man, this life would never be as fun as it is now. So we called the short squeeze here on the channel. We entertained you with a few stories on our way. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder to the upside. We could get all the way here to the 200 SMA. Watching from Brazil, thank you for the guidance. Amen. Shout out to Kuldata. Please, sir, could you explain how to see liquidations on BOOKMAP? Yeah, you have to go to the website and download a jar file. Then you have to go here to configure add-ons. You have to hit add-on, and you have to import this liquidation jar file here. Okay? And put it into your file, right? It's in my downloads folder, and then you hit OK, and then it'll implement the liquidations. And then you got to flip this on. You got to flip that blue check on. And then it could do 10s or 10. You could change how much you want to see the liquidations. Quote currency. Okay? And we're watching people absolutely get liquidated here on BOOKMAP. And now we got some sell walls at 28,300, but we're building up. I believe it's likely we come all the way up to 8,005. Whenever we get these double lines of liquidity, so it's kind of a double line liquidity with the red in the middle, a lot of times I do see us pump to the upside here based on that idea. But had you been on my channel, and look, now we're going for the measured move to the 200 SMA. That's just what you know that I trade with the 200 SMA every single day, constantly. I'm always using it therefore. I showed you this right shoulder before it happened, and there's the move to the upside. It is what it is. This is beautiful. You can't beat this, man. A live call on the channel and a live call at 7 in the morning that I was looking at it. basically the right shoulder was the perfect entry right there. And that's an inverted head and shoulder. They break up 68% of the time. This is not rocket science, everybody. This pattern breaks up 68% of the time. And this pattern goes from the neckline to the head. And if you put this on the neckline, this is where you're going to go. And then you have a 200 SMA there. I mean, this is just not rocket science. This is clear as day to me that there was a 70% chance that this was going to play out exactly like we looked at it, because that's how the technical analysis works. Who here have their minds blown right now? Who here has their mind blown right now as we short squeeze even more, 138,000. Everybody is shorting on a Thursday with low liquidity? What is wrong with you people? Do you know how to trade, or you just do whatever you want in your emotions? I'm serious, because you can't. I'm not saying that. You guys aren't doing it, but these people here, like, what are wrong with why are these people losing their accounts? I just feel bad. You know, I don't like seeing people lose their entire account getting liquidated today. Someone's going to leave someone just walked away from their computer right now, really upset. And they lost the money for the week. They lost savings. They lost money they were putting away to try to get ahead. Now they're further back behind than they were before. Man, just be easy trading leverage if you don't know what you're doing. You can lose it all really easily. Some are just trying to hurt the market, and karma is catching up. My neck hurts, brains are heavy. All the other TA is bearish today. I didn't get it either. I don't get it either. Shout out to Peter Eckelman. There's NFP tomorrow. US will be open. No, it's not. What are you talking about? There's NFP tomorrow. US will be open? No. No. Stock market is closed on Good Friday, man. Stock market is closed on Good Friday. Stop. Stock market holidays. You can just Google it if you don't believe me. You know, I'll Google it for you. Stock market holidays right here for you. All right. Good Friday. Friday, April 7th. Right there. I don't know what to tell you. All right. It is what it is, baby. Okay. So this guy says NFB tomorrow. US will be open. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't know what that means. I have no clue what he's saying. Sam, just wanted to tell you that I appreciate when and what you share. Some people may say that you talk a lot. You do. But you talk about things that matter. I'm glad to be able to hear it. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Hey, if Bitcoin goes down, it's still a good thing for buyers. Amen. 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 But look at that beautiful inverted head and shoulder to the upside. And I went over the fact that this was a falling wedge, and falling wedges break to the upside as well. Right? If you're in my trading group, and I talked about the bullish divergence at the beginning of the live stream on the 15-minute and showing you that was likely going to be your low. I don't know what else you want. I'm just showing you bullish divergence, oversold stochastics, blast to the upside, baby. Thank you, everyone, for being here. May God bless each and every one of you. I'm new to logging and shorting, but I opened a 20x long and a 20x short at resistance levels. And whatever happens. I can lose $20. I'm not a fan of doing that, honestly. I like to stay in my convictions. Yep, Sammy. I mean, I talk a lot. If I don't talk, watch when I don't say anything, watch. I got to fill the space, man. It's 2 hours straight. Come on, man. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not talk a lot? It's so insane. 95,000 in liquidation, 16 accounts, all the way to 28,300 and growing up to the zone, right? Very, very interesting. So smaller time frames will tell you whether we continue, showing you little flags and moves. I mean, that's interesting. That's a little flag that could break you up. I'm going to get off the 30-second, but yeah, just showing you. Just showing you. So we did it again here on the channel. We're nailing. Look at the 1 hour time frame. Told you it was bullish. But here, let's look at the bear scenario. I mean, we got to get back. Let's get back above the 200 SMA, right? Let's get the 1 hour to close a candle here. That's key. But pattern trading 101 to the top of the pattern. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream. We went over it. And again, we don't have enough to pump that market to the upside. We just don't. We just absolutely don't. All right. And I didn't have time to upload a new segment. We could just slap on the old one. We'll do it tomorrow though. But thank you so much. We're going to jump on into the news, everybody, and give you the news right away. right away. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news in blockchain and finances just to see if there's anything brewing, anything big coming, or some big innovations coming our way. Arbitrum whales accumulate as foundation amends controversial proposals. Hey, I got a bag of Arbitrum, 129, may grab a little more. I believe you hold it for 2 to 3 years. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but it'll easily 10x in my humble opinion. But hey, that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a guy who likes to speculate on investments for the last 10 to 15 years. But yeah, who knows what will happen? Arbitrum whales, large crypto holders often, and I could lose. Arbitrum holders often monitored by their potential market impact continue to stack Ethereum Layer 2 governance token. On-chain analysis indicates the Mechanism Capital Andrew Kang purchased an additional 1.5 million Arbitrum tokens at $1.23 with approximately 1.85 million of USDC. The stablecoin Kang, also a member of Pleasure DAO, has purchased a total of 2.3 ARB with an average buying price of $124 per token. On-chain analysis on LocaChain. Same thing going with me, man. I believe it's good, and I ain't buying a million of it. That guy is a whale, right? He is whaled into Arbitrum. D-Bank is a really good place to see whales, and you can see what whales are buying. I absolutely love it. Following whales is awesome. They usually don't lose millions of dollars, but you never know. He could lose. Just because he throws in tons of money doesn't mean, again, don't go after what a whale does just because, but a lot of time that's pretty good indication that he's going to remain on top. The guy is in the upper echelons of society, and he's putting big money down on Arbitrum. How would Arbitrum not continue to grow in the space with the backing, the movement, and all the things behind it? $10 billion market cap, easy. Sitting at $1 billion market cap now, or we'll look at it. But I believe this thing could 10 to 20x easily. And that he's going to make $20 million off that $1 million. I mean, what a move, right? In my humble opinion, what a move. I'm with it. Makes sense to me. But you got to make sure it makes sense to you. Don't just do anything blindly. We're going to break down Bitcoin here. Bitcoin-backed stablecoins will be an integral part of the Bitcoin economy. Over-collateralized Bitcoin-backed stablecoins are going to be an integral part. Yep, that's true. You'll be able to park your Bitcoin, and you'll be able to get money back in for that Bitcoin. You'll be able to use it in business. If you make a gain on it, you'll be able to untrack the Bitcoin and get it back into your... I'm telling you right now, that's why I believe holding Bitcoin is going to be far substantial more than holding any of these other altcoins, because Bitcoin is going to be something you can put on the ledger at a bank. They're going to have some type of Bitcoin ledger system where you can lock up your Bitcoin into contract, and you can use it to buy a home, get a mortgage, do all sorts of different things with your life. You'll never have to go and get a bank loan again. You'll be able to borrow against your Bitcoin as collateral. This is going to be the future, and I believe it's 5 to less than 10 years away. So stacking the Bitcoin is going to be how I'll never have to go and get a bank loan or a mortgage ever again for the rest of my life. I'm telling you right now, I foresee these things into the future. You definitely want to take advantage. The advent of projects like Sovereign Dollar and Zero Protocol and Fuji Money on Bitcoin sidechains, Rootstock and Liquid respectively, allow users to borrow dollar stablecoins against their Bitcoin in quasi-decentralized way. Each implementation uses different mechanisms to maintain the peg. However, the core premise is that Bitcoin collateral is locked in a smart contract, and a new stablecoin is minted in existence as a dollar-denominated loan against the collateral. The stablecoin can be redeemed for $1 of Bitcoin at any time, thus maintaining the stablecoin peg and justifying the moniker of a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin. So you just got to give it $1 worth of Bitcoin, depending on how Bitcoin goes up and down. Bitcoin goes up, then your dollar for that Bitcoin is less. You make money on that move. It's important to note that these are over-collateralized stablecoin models, which are fundamentally different from algorithmic stablecoin models such as Terra Luna, as well as fiat-backed stablecoins as USDC. Their over-collateralized stablecoins are generally considered the most credible way to create censorship-resistant stablecoins. In this author's opinion, is the model most similar. See, they'll never be able to say that it's not backed ever again, because they're going to be like, what do you mean? It's backed by Bitcoin. Imagine that. They go after all these legacy systems because they say things aren't backed, but they are backed. They're wrong, baby. They're wrong. So this is a very interesting concept here, and this is definitely something we want to look at. And I always said this. Everyone always said, oh, Bitcoin's old technology. You never thought Bitcoin was going to get implemented in some new type of way. You never thought they were going to build on Bitcoin, Bitcoin privacy, Taproot. You really thought that Bitcoin was going to become a dinosaur? Come on now. The most secure, biggest network in the world? Of course. Stablecoin Tether market capitalization nears record high of $83 billion. And that money's got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere. Where do you think it's going to go? It's going to go into Bitcoin, baby. They're not going to want to run back into the legacy system after all the pain and anguish of SVB and more. So Tether, the world's largest dollar-pegged stablecoin, is thriving, having survived the Terra-induced turmoil of mid-2020. 2022, the market value of the stablecoin continues to rise and is now within a whisker of its record high. The rise means that Tether's market cap is now $3 billion short of the record high of $83 billion reached in May of last year. Marcus Thielen, head of research and strategy at crypto services provider Matrixport, said Tether's valuation has been driven higher by aggressive minting and issuance on the Tron network, which has greater presence in the mainland China compared to Ethereum and greater focus on the movement on money. Justin Sun cashing in. The market value of Paxos centralized dollar-pegged stablecoin BUSD has also declined by 58% to $7 billion this year. In February, the New York Department of Financial Services ordered Paxos Trust Company to cease minting BUSD. Paxos stopped minting new tokens while promising to process redemptions till February of 2024. So under attack, kind of a reason Tether seems to be in position. And I did interview the creator of him, creator in Miami, and it was Reeve, right? Reeve. And we actually got to dig that up and put that back out. I think we could kind of, I got to go through that footage and find it. But it was a really good interview, and it was very interesting. I asked him some key poignant questions about the backing of Tether. And, yeah, we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but I had a feeling that Tether wasn't going to go anywhere. So that's the news for you, everybody. Thank you much for jumping on in. Bitcoin continues to plow to the upside, holding the movement. Did we get to the target? Yeah, we basically touched the 200 SMA. We hit the target of the measured move there of the inverted head and shoulder. Thank you for playing, everybody. I appreciate you for jumping on in. If you came to the live stream at the beginning, I said long, I said inverted head and shoulder. I showed you bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, and a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. I said it's very simple. Let's just play the wedge the way the wedge is supposed to be played. We also saw liquidity here on BOOKMAP, which told us that corroborated our story, that we were likely to go to the upside and watch short squeezes. We watched the short squeezes. I talked about myself a little bit. People didn't like it. That is a recap of what happened. Most people loved it, but a couple of people got their feathers rustled by the beautiful mind. Sam, the rustle my crow's feather. Do you rustle the crow's feather with your beautiful mind? Sam, back, stay hardy, man. Thanks, my first. Sorry, I'm too broke for more words, man. Funny, I don't know what he's saying. Close the supers in 5 minutes. Just 7 likes to reach 500 likes. Thank you for jumping on in. Wow, you're looking dangerous in that suit, Lifer. Thanks for the Arcane Bear interview. He was awesome, and he has the same vocabulary I do. Shout out to John Thomas, man. We love you, brother. We love you. I saw your 2 buy orders in the 99. Always ready to grind. A true inspiration to all of us. Thank you. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Sammy, I'm broke, but I want to share my appreciation. You have taught me to be flexible in the forever changing markets, and I thank you every day. Do you notice the rising wedge on the 4-hour time frame? No, I do not see a rising wedge in the 4-hour time frame. I see an inverted, I see an ascending triangle on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. And there we are, back above 28,140. You know, not amazing, but now all you're looking for is this. Now you're looking for the 15-minute to flag out here and stay above the previous. So look, resistance becomes new support. Let's just watch the 15-minute go sideways. If the 15-minute goes sideways here and the 21-day moving average touches, I use the 21 as my catalyst for movement. I can teach you about the 21-day moving average. Whenever it has a catalyst for movement, likelihood you're going to get a move to the upside, all right? Another thing, I can teach you a lot. I may say a few things about my life stories, but you're going to learn a lot about technical analysis. So just sit back, relax, and let it flow. I'm going to give you the information you need to keep you going. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to blow hot air into your balloon. I'm going to fill your balloon up. You're going to fly all the way to the moon inside of your hot air balloon. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking for this flag to stay where it is. I want to front run the golden cross that I see happening, the 50 coming up for that 200, and boom, baby, boom. Again, pattern trading 101 suggests when you get to the bottom of the pattern, you end up here at the top of the pattern. It's very likely we go there, everybody. This is simple stuff. A falling wedge break to the upside. We do have a resistance here that we must break back above at 28,250, 28,300. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We got to get back above resistance to remain bullish. And that's kind of my update for Bitcoin. I would watch this flag on the 15-minute time frame. All right, I would watch this flag on the 15-minute time frame. All right, one thing I want to show you too. All right, I want to show you Tesla. All right, I just want to blow your mind right now. I'm going to give you we're going to do deep dive something that I haven't done ever on the channel. So get ready. Another new thing that we've never done. I mean, I love this, right? So we got our GAUSSIAN channel on the 8-day, right? And look at this. Look at every single coin in its life, right? And you can put this on any asset in the world, right? When you dip out of the Gaussian channel, it's usually a beautiful buy zone. The second you get into the red zone, it usually starts to rip, and you'd never leave the Gaussian channel till you get to the other side. Look what happened here for Tesla. We got out of the Gaussian channel. That was your buys. Those are your golden zones for Tesla. Like, you know, that's your golden zone for almost any asset in the world. You can watch any asset and you could trade this way, right? Same thing. If you look at the 4-day, right? Oversold here. Once we got back in, here, fine. Here we did get rejected. So it's not always, but at least a pretty good move to the other side of the channel. We did peak out there, but eventually you were gone, and you never made a low lower than the low outside of the channel, all right? Just something to think about a lot. So if we jump into Bitcoin here, because everyone's bearish, right? Or not everybody, but I think I see a lot more bearishness than bullishness, but this is good. They need the majority of people to be bearish so that they can squeeze their way up. The market makers need a lot of liquidity to get it in. If they don't have the liquidity, they're not going to be able to squeeze you out of the zone. So we want to make sure that the market makers are doing that. That's very, very important, okay? So remember, they can't get out without getting you out, right? They need your liquidity to fill their bags. This is how it works. This is how it works. But look, if we go back here all the way to 194 Bitcoin, 2015, once you get through the channel, you get to the other side, you're gone. I believe in this wholeheartedly. I bought so much Bitcoin in these areas because I knew that I wouldn't get another chance. It was very likely. The probability, maybe I will. I'm open-minded to believe anything could happen. We could have an EMP, or who knows what could happen, right? But once you get into the red zone and you get above here, you're gone, baby, gone. All right? Now, that was the pandemic, you know, so here is again, we're through the zone. We get above the zone. We could actually begin to make a pretty big move here to the upside. There's no guarantees. I just want to make that really clear. And we are at a resistance, you know, and I have shown the most bearish scenarios. Let's look at the most bearish scenario for everybody. So you know that I'm not 100% a bull. I'm just an open-minded trader that shows you anything humanly possible. What's the bearish scenario? Well, the bearish scenario is we're overbought on the 8-day. We're overbought on the bigger time frames. However, here's another anomaly that I've been showing everybody on the live that a lot of people haven't pointed out or haven't really thought about, right? But I've been studying stochastics RSI in many different ways than most people have been studying them. Take a look at this, all right? Take a look at this. We look closely at, and all I want to see is, we're just going to look here at the stochastics RSI and price action. So I'll get rid of the RSI, I'll get rid of the MACD. So the 3-day, right? Look at, when the 3-day got above the dotted line here and is about to cross the dotted line, I put a blue line. A big move happened for Bitcoin. When the 3-day here got above the dotted line here, it was the beginning. And right here, when it first crossed that dotted line, look, I'm going to zero in. When the 3-day first just crosses the dotted line there, all right? I'm just pointing this out. That began a huge rally, one of the biggest rallies for Bitcoin's life, right? Here, another one of Bitcoin big rallies. I mean, it went from 3,000 to 14,000, and that's a 5X dang near. Bitcoin did a 5X in what was likely a bear market. Here again, the 3-day had just crossed above the dotted line. Massive move to the upside, right? Here again, the 3-day had just crossed above the dotted line. Massive move to the upside for Bitcoin from 29,000 or even a little higher all the way up to 69. I mean, a $40,000 move on 29, over 100% gains. Here's another time we crossed the dotted line here and we slumped up a little bit, but we didn't go lower than that, and we eventually pushed to the upside. Here's another time the 3-day crossed the dotted line right here. It was the beginning of another move for Bitcoin from about 19,000 all the way up to $25,000, $6,000 on 19. That's a 30% move. And here's another time when the 3-day crossed the dotted line, and right here, the 3-day just crossed the dotted line. So you tell me what you think of that. Anybody? Anybody? What do you think of that information? Does that blow your mind? Does that change the way you're looking at the markets? What do you think of that information? Does it mean nothing to you? Just let me know. I just wanted to show you something that I just have been back testing. I've been looking at, and it's very, very, very interesting. So when I couple it with also the moving averages, and I know we're likely to pump up to the 200 SMA, which is getting lower, but it's likely we're going to pump up here and to our next resistance zone somewhere in the level, and then we could stay in that chop too. So your voice and life stories are much better than background music. What is the name of that indicator, Sam? I know the last few years was the Bears because a rest was due on 2022. Pattern recognition, baby. I love you, man. Thank you for no music. It makes it hard for us old guys. Interesting. Is there a bull pennant on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin? No, I don't know. 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin? I call it an ascending triangle. in my humble opinion. It's an ascending triangle right here. This is the trade. I've been open to the trade. I have it open for everybody. This is the trade. You know what I mean? And did I not? Yeah, okay. I can't. Sometimes I delete it. But look, this trade has been open. I put it out on Twitter. Entry, stop loss, and take profit at 38,000. This trade has been open, you know, and this will be the bigger leverage trade that I have. I opened up I started with $800 in my leverage trading account, and I'm going to play with it until it's $8,000. And I got it all the way up to 1172, and then I chewed it up back down to 9, and then I got one good win back up. And so, but I'm going to be disciplined, and I haven't lost my money. I'm still above what I got in. I'm still about at 850, something like that. So I'm still above what I got in, and I'm still adding. And I kept a little outside of the trade too. I don't even put all the trade in every time. What I plan on doing is riding this all the way up. My liquidation level is like 21,800. So the likelihood that I get stopped out, and this will be the one where I finally turn that 800 into like to 1,800, and then we're going to slowly grind. And I hope through patience, this will be the bigger trade. But we'll go from there. I never leverage traded in my life. I don't do it a lot. So I did it like 2-3 years ago heavily for like a 4 or 5 month period, and I developed like a crazy strategy on the 1 minute. But I decided to waste a lot of my time, and then when I got into bigger coins and they blew up, like I just love that. I love investing. I love finding the right project at the right time and loading up. Like I loaded up on AGIX. I might even load up even more at one point. So that's my new kind of. I find like a coin that I really like. I go over it. I look at the market cap. I look at the probability where it could go. I look at the team. I do the math. AGIX is below $500 million market cap. I believe that is going to easily get to a $5 billion market cap. And we studied this too. We do historical snapshots. And this is the type of stuff we do on the weekly screen share. Kind of backtest theory. We look at different things. We have a blast. Tonight is the weekly screen share from 6 to 9:30 tonight. We're going to break down so many different things, and we're going to have a lot of fun too. So also on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m., and I can't wait to be there as well. So everyone, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, a little light trading. Be careful. Let's go over Bitcoin one last time for you. But what we're doing is we're just going to watch that 15-minute flag on out on the smaller time frame here. We got the bigger move, and we just want to see the 15 minutes stay in this flag and touch the 21-day moving average in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And if that can occur, we're going to be pretty good for another possible move to the measured move here. And I also talked about how the falling wedge should break up. And when you pattern trade, you go from the bottom of the pattern to the top of the pattern. So there's Bitcoin in a nutshell for you. I gave you the 3-day anomalies. I showed you the Gaussian channel. I showed you the long logarithmic view of this big trend line here. This is this one right here. I showed you the smaller time frames. We caught a short squeeze on the 15-minute. We even shared some life stories and some jokes, and we had some fun. And now I'm out for the day. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Any super chats that I may have missed, let me jump on in. There was only $24 in chat revenue. It was a light day in super chats, right? Please, sir, could you explain how you see the liquidations? We did that too as well. We went over mask. Someone asked about mask. We talked about it. All right, and there you go. Funny, dry on the super chats today. It was an interesting day. All right. But that's fine. Some days it's $100 to $200 in super chat. Some days it's $24. Money isn't everything, man. If you live your life on your money, you're going to have such a depressing life. Live your life on your spirit, on your soul, on how you feel about what you want to accomplish that day. Money will show up if you just vibrate at a higher level. It really will. It is such a minute part of the whole overall details, but everyone tries to make like it's everything because we all have to use it. But remember, keep your mind focused, keep your energy right, keep your vibrational energy high with high frequency. And that's really going to be what attracts anything that you desire into your life. Use gratitude for abundance. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to find your way in this life. You are going to find your way. To the person out there that's worried, to the person out there that's struggling, to the person out that thinks it's not going to happen, it's going to happen to you. It happened to me, and I didn't think it was. And I was depressed, and I was in a bad place, and it happened to me. So I just had to change the way I looked at my life, and the things I looked at changed. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. You know what I mean? May God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And I hope, I hope you live in love. And remember, let go of any hate in your heart for anybody. The second you hate anybody, you're holding hate in your heart. And that takes away from your ability to vibrate and achieve and get what you need in your life. So don't let any blockage of your vibrational energy in the way. Live in love. Have no ill will towards anybody. And be free, man. Learn to let go. When you let go, you'll be able to fly. So that's my last idea for the day. There's Bitcoin in a nutshell. And I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. You got me here. I used to have 3 people watching me. It was you who did this. Thank you so much for everything. God bless. Have a good day.